Hello, hello, everyone. We are back. We are back. The show is called TBR SSF Show. It is myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. I'm not joined by Pete, the Man City man. The Man City man is busy with visitors. Some are from England, some are from China. So he's entertaining them. And then Tabigi, he was supposed to join me, but unfortunately, he fell sick. So yeah, so let's hope he will recover very soon. We are back. There's quite a lot to talk about. The content is there out there, but we need to check which subject that we want to touch on. The subject that I really want to touch on, which I saw was somehow a topical subject, is the fact that who's better between Tshegofatso Mabasa and Makgopa. I'm sure you also have your opinion who's better. And the other thing that I would also want to touch on, I see the rise of Kaizer Chiefs. There's some good news coming out of Kaizer Chiefs if you follow the news. So we want to see what's happening. In fact, let me just say South African football. I'm really, really excited. I see a lot of good things happening, not only in terms of in the field of play, even in terms of journalism. There are a lot of journalists who are doing a lot of work, and then there's quite a lot of work that is being done. Dr. Steenbok was hosting Talent ID, which is a very good thing, and then training other people to be able to do that. So those are some of the good things that are happening, and then and this also you see it out of the results. But before I go there, let me just say, yesterday it was my wife's birthday, the 19th of December. So, and thanks to all those people who wish a birthday and then and a good day. And then 2 days prior to that, it was my young son, Siabonga Chabalala, aka Rizi, and then so he was also celebrating his birthday. As you can see, I show his pic here when he was still very young. This was in 2007. So you can imagine. Now he's a big man now. So yeah, so happy birthday. At least you have seen another day, which is quite good. Let's move on with the show. Now, as I say, the question is who's better between Tshegofatso Mabasa and and then and Evidence Makgopa. It depends. It depends. Initially, I did not understand why coaches were selecting Evidence Makgopa ahead of Mabasa. But I've heard some coaches saying Evidence, he's got a lot of pressure. He puts the defense under pressure. He works hard. He's very alcoholic. When he loses the ball, he runs. His runs are very important. But now, when I look, it's not only one coach. I saw Peter saying that. I saw even Orlando Pirates coach also giving that analysis to say, you know what, Mabasa will get his chance. And then when he gets his chance, he must grab it with two hands. But if I am to choose between the two, Evidence Makgopa come first because of the pressure that he puts. He puts the defenders under pressure. He runs a lot. And then, saying Makgopa is lazy, not in that way, but he says when he loses the ball, he's lacking. He's lacking. All right. And then, whereas when it comes to Evidence, he can also track back and so on. So football has become very, very complicated. So I don't know what to take you out there. Who do you think is better between the two? Evidence Makgopa or Tshegofatso Mabasa? And we know that Tshegofatso Mabasa, we have heard that the chances are he may join Kaizer Chiefs. And then if he may join Kaizer Chiefs, what would be your advice? Because we are told that come January, his contract would have expired. And then if the contract would have expired, he can sign a pre-contract with any team, all right? So I don't know. Chiefs, they look like a team that is going to rise. And then I'm told that they are eyeing about 5 players. And it doesn't only be that only. Chiefs are doing a quite lot of work. And then that is why I'm saying we see the rise of Kaizer Chiefs. And then remember building a monumental structure. It takes a while because you start with the foundation. So one of the things that Kaizer Chiefs have done very well, they have hired a guy who used to be a talent scout for Mamelodi Sundowns, Terra Maliwa. Terra Maliwa now, who used to be a chief scout for Mamelodi Sundowns, he's now a head of scouting at Kaizer Chiefs. So that may tell you something. And this guy has a very good resume. He was with Ajax Cape Town, and we know players that came from Ajax Cape Town, what kind of players who came there. And then he was also with Mamelodi Sundowns. Now he's with Kaizer Chiefs. And what excited me as I was listening to Veli Lemnyandu together with um, what's his name? The guy who used to be with Mamelodi Sundowns, and then doing their podcast or their show. And then he said he's happy to join Kaizer Chiefs. He sees joining Kaizer Chiefs as a step forward, as a big step. So now, if a person says that, that is a thumbs up for Kaizer Chiefs. So we want to see what's going to happen. So as I say, we see that Kaizer Chiefs is coming up, is building, and then we want to see how are they going to build going forward. So yeah, those are some of the good news. And remember, and then in that talent search, I think it was organized by Dr. Walter Steenbok. This is the guy who recruited both Mokoena and it was Mokoena and Mbuli. So when he related his story, he said he was there. I think he was going to look for Mbuli, but he saw Mokoena by chance. So he grabbed them both. And look what they are today. So I don't know. We listen to the coaches and do the analysis and see. Do you really think who's better between the two? Is Evidence Makgopa better than Mabasa or the other way around? Because Mabasa is scoring goals. He's a killer. He sniped them. He's a sniper. But it looks like a lot of coaches, they prefer Makgopa ahead of him. But now, remember we are going to the Afcon soon. So since we are going to the Afcon soon, and then we want to know what's going to happen as far as the Afcon is concerned. We just want to see what are we going to do. I don't know what to take. Do you think as Bafana Bafana, we are going to light the event? We are going to make sure that the event is something that everybody will remember us about, because I hear a lot of people talking. It's not only Bafana Bafana who are favorites. It's Bafana Bafana, even Morocco itself, since they are the host nation, not only because they are the host nation, they are doing quite well, Morocco, because we've seen that they've just won the World Cup under 17. And then even yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago, they won as a national team. They won the Arab Cup. So that means they are a force to be reckoned with. We saw what did they do in the last 2 World Cup. So that tells you that Bafana Bafana, um, they are there for a very, very tough game. So we'll watch the space very, very closely. Now let's see. This is Bafana Bafana, and then as you can see there, and then very nice peak, and then they are already in Morocco, and then not only that, there's quite a lot, and then let's look at the group stages. Here are the groups, as you can see. You have Comoros Group A and Mali and Morocco and Zambia. And then Group B, you've got Angola, Egypt, South Africa, and Zimbabwe. And Group C, you've got Nigeria, Tanzania, Tunisia, and Uganda. Group D, we've got Benin, Botswana, and DRC or DRC Congo. And then you also have Senegal. Senegal, I don't know what happened nowadays. They used to be one of those powerhouses, but I think now they've taken a dip. And then there's also Group E, Algeria, Burkina Faso, and Equatorial Guinea and Sudan. Group F, we've got Cameroon, Gabon, and Cote d'Ivoire, and Mozambique. Well, I hear a lot of people arguing that, hey, the coach about the players, I think Hugo Bross has done well. And sometimes I fail to understand when people say he should have selected this one, not selected that one. But the fact of the matter is, this man is winning. All right? Because I'll still bring that element and say, as long as he's winning. So I don't think there's anything that you can blame him. For me, I say, no, Hugo Bros, keep up the good work because you're winning. Um, you may, of course, people want their players to be there. And then at some point, I hear people were saying, you know what? We want to see Chiefs players, the goalkeeper, to be specific. Why was he not selected for the friendly? I said the coach indicated that, look, I don't have time now. Now I'm preparing. I'm saying let us stop arguing about individual players. Let us just focus on what the players that have been selected and say, okay, coach, you have selected these players. Since you have selected these players, and then let's see what's gonna be the outcome. All right, let's judge a man according to the performance in terms of what he's doing. So unlike we want him to to select players that we like. And the other thing is when you look at the team, our team is the team that has too many local players. I'm sure we are leading as far as that is concerned, which is quite exciting because the majority of the teams, they have some overseas players, and then but with us as Bafana Bafana, we have more local players. So that on its own tells you that Hugo Bruce has done very well. And then because sometimes having overseas players, it becomes a problem sometimes. Look now, FIFA has just said no, select only the players. The players can be released, I think, 5 days before the tournament, unlike the 10 days, which is a norm. But this time they said, only 5 days, it's okay. All right. So now, remember, we're playing Botswana. I mean, I think it was, we're playing Ghana as a friendly. Okay. So let me share that. We played Ghana as a friendly. We won 1-0 in that game. Mbule is the scorer of the goal. So and then it's a good that we played, we won, because once you win, at least the players are motivated. And then, as I said, we are the team that is leading with the local representation. South Africa is number one with 21 players, Egypt with 18 players, Tanzania with 15, Zambia with 14, Tunisia with 13, Zimbabwe with 12, Angola with 11, and DRC Congo with 10, Namibia with 9, Uganda with 8. So I think the coach, for me, is doing exceptionally well. But let's look what he has done, so that when we talk and we look at the facts, I mean, this guy is qualified for both Afcon and also the World Cup. Now, Hugo Bros, this was Hugo Bros played 49 matches. And out of 49 matches, he has won 24 of them and he has drawn 19 of them. And he lost only 6. And under the leadership of Hugo Bros, Bafana Bafan have scored 75 goals. They conceded only 37 goals. So I don't know the argument of saying why people are grumpy, why doesn't select this one and that one. For me, I think Hugo Bros is doing well, and then we need to support him. We need to support him, and I'm sure we will do well. Of course, there are other teams too, like Morocco. One of the teams that really worries me is Morocco. Morocco, they're doing well. As I said, they won the World Cup under 17, and then the momentum is high. And not only during this season, but we have seen what they can do, Morocco. So Morocco, they are like a powerhouse. They can win that tournament very easily. So it would be very much unfair for people not to respect what Morocco can deliver. I'm sure Morocco can deliver. But before I leave that shows, I want to share with you that please, we also have a Facebook page, which is manned by Tabiki or Tabiso Silematsela. And then it's a Facebook group. You can join that group. You can see it has our logo there, and then it's called TBR Solution Sports Forum 2. So join that group. As you can see there, Tabiki was saying Nigeria has lodged a complaint against DRC with FIFA. But people might say, why Nigeria is lodging a complaint? But you know, if you ask me where I'm sitting, I think it is their right to lodge a complaint. Remember, football is playing according to the rules. So people need to stick to the rules. If Nigeria feel that the rules have been broken, of course they must use their right and lodge a complaint. And I hear people saying, I know they want to go to the World Cup via backdoor. No, there's nothing like that. They exercise their right because the rules are there. If the rules are there, so why not? Why can't they exercise their right? So I fully, support them and say, no, no, go out there and exercise your right, because if you feel that you have been hard done, so why not? So we are using the rules to ensure that at the end of the day, everybody abides by the rules. So there's nothing wrong. For me, I say, if Nigeria win that case, why not? Let them win the case. If they win the case, let them proceed if they proceed. If they don't win the case, that's another ball game altogether. So I don't see any problem. I don't know what's your take out there. Do you think it's a good thing for Nigeria to lodge a complaint? For me, I don't see anything wrong. If I feel that certain team does not abide by the rules, so why not? I'll lodge a complaint, of course, and say these people they are not fair. So as a result, I'll lodge a complaint. Now, remember that we are a company that is financially based. We educate on finance. There are a lot of things that we do: financial education, financial advising, dealing with debt management. So if you want to be assisted around those issues, don't hesitate to contact us. But not only that, one of the things that we strongly believe in is education, because I say the more educated you are, the better you can make a decision. I saw Hadley, uh, Hadley, the player who's from Cape Town, very talented player. The boy was very talented. I saw him on Facebook lamenting that he lost his career, and then it's all about decision. It's all about decision. If you make a wrong decision, there will be consequences. Whether you make a wrong or good decision, there will be consequences, and you have to live by those consequences. And as TBR, one of our main slogan is read method. R stands for you react or respond to the information that you read or learn. And then E stands for efforts and energy. To take your effort to read, at the same time apply whatever that you apply in life, what you read. And then A stands for action, and D stands for discipline, decisiveness, decision, determination. And then, so you need to take a decision at some point. So, yeah, I think Dennis, Hadley was complaining that no, he really wasted his life. But I'm sure he will come up. He will come up. But I think if I am to advise him, let him use that knowledge to educate, to go out there and talk to the prospects or the future players to say, guys, don't waste your life, because some of us we play to for our life. Here's one of the books that I wrote. It's called How I Turned 500 Rand into Million Rand Business. You can do the same. If one person can do it, what will stop you to do it? So you can lay your hands on that book. And then the other one, which is my first copy or the first title that I wrote, is called Secrets for Becoming Rich. And this one, it has a first and second edition. You can get it from us. Whereas the first one that I shared, you can also get it from Amazon as an ebook. So yeah, you have a choice. So it's all about learning. Here's another one by a very good friend of mine, Nom Summers Bugo from Emalahleni. The book is called Entrepreneur, Awaken with a Drive. Nomsa is in the hospitality business. So one of his big business is called Visit Vagasha, which is a hospitality business. She has about more than 100 rooms, because in the hospitality business, we check the rooms, not the number of institution. And here's another one that I wrote, How to Get Out of Bad Debts, Use Other People's Money and Resources to Get Rich. So, because if you really want to build a business or you want to build your life, you need to use other people's money or resources to really get rich. And then the other one is this one by Dr. Darlene Small. Okay, I didn't share it. Let me share it quickly. The book is called How to Win the Wealth Game, The Art of Money. Dr. Darlene Small is an economist by profession. She worked for the Reserve Bank for 33 years as an advisor to the governors of the Reserve Bank. The last person she advised was the late Mr. Tito Mboweni. So, yeah, you learn from others. So if you want to learn, you're more than welcome to contact us, and then we can share. But not only that, we also have what you call a mentoring program in our business here. We also have a mentoring program which aims at educating people how to build business, and then dealing with finance and all that. Because life, as I was telling you about Dennis Hartley, life it's all about how do you conduct your life going forward. The decision that you make, very important. So yeah, those are some of the things that we need to share. Right, then we go to MLS, Inter Miami, and then you know that Messi was in India. He cost us there. Apparently, one of the business person there spent about $5 million for Messi to visit that parts of the world. So yeah, so the man has done a lot, and then in order to build his career. Now, we also hear rumors, because some of us, we still follow and check what's happening with Lionel Messi, how things are going to be. We also hear that there will be some players who will be joining, will be joining Inter Miami next season. And then this one is Lionel Messi is the only player who won 11 MVP, okay? MVP is a player of the year. 11. That's unheard of. All right. We had so many good players all over the world, but 11 player of the season. It's really astonishing. And then not only that, he won it with Barcelona. And then we know that the stories used to be, no, he's playing with Iniesta and Xavi. Those are the people who are supplying with the goals and stuff like that. Now he went to a team that is, not highly regarded, which is not highly regarded, which is Inter Miami. And then Inter Miami was not doing well. And then he took Inter Miami to another level. So I don't know. Now, when people continue to say, no, he was there because of those people supporting him. Now we hear that Inter Miami, these are the rumors, not yet confirmed. We hear so many rumors. And then, we hear that they may sign both Anthony Griezmann and Koke, both of them, including Lewandowski. But we also hear other news that Lewandowski may go to Chicago Fire. So we don't know. We'll watch the space very closely. So what I see here, this is what I see. So Messi, what he does, is worried about building Inter Miami as a team that should be reckoned with. Now, remember, they need to win trophies so that they can continue to have support. One. But at the same time, I don't know, I told you at some point that he started what you call the Messi Cup with the younger ones. So he's already building the feeder element to Inter Miami. Not only that, even Inter Miami itself, they have their feeder team that they are having. So you need to maintain the balance. As much as you want to bring new players, but simultaneous, you also want to continue to win trophies because people support people who are winning. They don't support people who are not winning. So if you are not winning, so there's no way people will support you. Now, the other thing that I want to check with you, in 2022, Messi played three major finals, okay? Which was Finalissima, one, and the French Super Cup and the World Cup. In all these three finals, he became man of the match in all these three finals. So this is very rare. How many players? This guy rarely becomes off form. If you watch the clips on how he takes players, in terms of 1-2, 1-2. No, this guy, he's something else, especially when he was young. But now he has changed his football. And then I'm sure we haven't seen a player like this. This is one player, he's one of a kind. We'll never see a player of this caliber again. And then for me, he's the best. Those who know me, I'm a big, big, big Jomo Sono fan. But I think even Jomo himself never did what Messi has done. Yes, in terms of football, I still believe that Jomo was also good, brilliant. I've seen a lot of things that Jomo did. And then, which I think they were done by him only. So, and remember, he's the only player who played in the World Cup and then won what you call man of the matches in all rounds of the World Cup. All right. That has never happened. That has never happened. And as we speak now, we know that the man has been has been nominated for one of the major awards. But let me share what I'm talking about so that you understand the phenomenon of the Lionel Messi. Now, as I said to you, let's share this one. Look at these stats, and these are not only stats that we have. there are a number of stats that we have. This man has scored 896 goals and 407 assists. He's the highest when it comes to assists. He's the highest when it comes to trophies with 48 trophies. And it looks like it will pass 50 very soon. He's the highest with the golden boot. 6 golden boot. At some point, I remember Ronaldo said, nah, I prefer golden boot than Ballon d'Or. He has surpassed him with that golden boot. And the Ballon d'Or, Messi has won 8. So we know that the ninth one is loading, which is the Super Ballon d'Or, which is going to happen in 2029. So we watch the space very closely. So Lionel Messi is a phenomenon. You ignore him at your own peril. Now, he has been nominated for 2025 King of America Award, Best South African player playing in the American continent. The winner, voted by 250 journalists, will be announced on December 31st, 2021. You know, this guy is a phenomenon. And then he wins award after award, and then that makes him the legend he is. So you saw what happened when he went to India. And then now we are told, I saw him going to Rosario, his hometown, and then in a secluded, I don't know whether it's a secluded resort, he's gonna spend a week or two with the family there. And how the people were looking forward to meet this man. He's causing buzz wherever he goes. This is the phenomenon in our lifetime. So that is why in our show, we definitely do what we call the Messi special, dedicating to him to say, look, you're the GOAT. You're the GOAT. I'm not worried anymore about Ronaldo. I'm used to whatever that he says. And what Messi does, Messi doesn't respond to that. There's one journalist, and I wanted to share that. I'll share it one day, who interviewed Messi, and then he said, let me ask about your relationship, sex relationship. Messi shut him down harshly, according to that post that I received on Facebook. Where you drove all the way, wherever you come from, to here, just to come and ask me nonsense. And I think it was surprising to see him lose his cool, because he normally doesn't lose his cool. Yes, in the World Cup, I saw him losing his cool against one of the Holland players. But I think he was trying to protect his family and his wife. I mean, if you are coming to ask about his relationship, his past relationship, what do you want to achieve? What do you want to say? So I think he did well, you know. Ask whatever that you ask. Ask things that are building. Don't ask things that are very destructive, because I think that's a very destructive question. So I say, big up. The man is doing well. And as you know, we always support him. Guys, I'm still asking, who's better between Tshegofatso Mabasa and Evidence Makgopa? According to you, we are told by a number of coaches, even Pirates coach prefers Evidence Makgopa. And we know that Mabasa may join Kaizer Chiefs. I don't know whether Chiefs will sign him or not, but we'll watch the space. It's not only him, Kulisi from Mamelodi Sundowns may also join Kaizer Chiefs. That is why I'm saying maybe we may see Kaizer Chiefs rising. Remember, they're not even far, because I think the gap between them and Orlando Pirates is only 2 points. And they're still there. They are number 4. So you can't say they are bad company. Thank you for subscribing, and thanks for commenting all the time. And then we really appreciate, as I requested, check our Facebook page, which is called TBR Solutions Sports Forum 2, and then join that group. Let the debate continue. I thank you. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. We are back. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR, which simply means the Big R Solutions. Here I'm representing the company called the Big R Financial Service Provider, Financial Services. which is an authorized and registered service provider. Our license number is FSP 47430. I'm talking to all government employees age 55 and above who are already thinking of exiting the system. They either want to go on pension or they want to resign. Two things that comes to mind. How do I save? How do I save on penalties? How do I ensure that the tax is not so huge? What can I do to make sure that I achieve those goals? Now, if you want to know how to achieve those goals, come to us, drop us a WhatsApp, we'll call you. The WhatsApp number is very simple. It's 067 915 1447. 067 915 1447. Drop us a WhatsApp. Don't call, but drop us a WhatsApp. And then we are working together with Alan Gray on this product, on this project. So Alan Gray is our product supplier. So we assist people using that product supply. So it's up to you to give us a shout or drop us a WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.